the airlines. Within the economy, there may be 4 or 5 different classes with different airfares. So your first leg would be from Atlanta to Beijing. So let's say you will depart on May 8th. After that, second flight would be from Shanghai to London. As you can see that there are a couple of airports in Shanghai, and I will suggest you to go for this airport, Pudong International Airport, which is the most easiest one to reach from downtown. And in London, you can pick any airport, it does not matter. So we can go for all airports. After that, you can click this link to add another leg, which will be from Rome. You will pick this airport, FCO, back to Atlanta, or wherever you want to end your journey. It may be your hometown. And we will leave on 19th of June. So 3 key dates. Your departure will be on 8th of May. From Shanghai, we will leave on 26th of May. And from Rome, we will leave on 19th of June. Now, if you would like to stay 1 or 2 days more in Rome or somewhere else, that will be up to you. You can do it. But our trip will officially finish in the morning of June 19th. Now let's go for such flights. Okay, so you can see that the best option is to British Airways. And in fact, that's the flight which I will suggest to you. So you can see that it will depart from Atlanta at 9:25 p.m. reach London Heathrow 10:30 a.m. in the morning on Terminal 5, which is the newest terminal. And there are a lot of things to do in that terminal. So although you have 6 hours time between the change of flights, but it is not very difficult to kill that time at Terminal 5. In fact, once you depart from your plane, you have to again go through security, your passports will be checked and so on. So that process will take at least a couple of hours. And then you may have 3 or 4 hours to further spend at the airport. So I think you can go to different places in the terminal, can do some shopping or have your lunch. So next flight will be from London Heathrow at 4:40 p.m. and it will reach Beijing at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. And it may take a couple of hours to go through immigration. So we will be at the airport around 10 o'clock in the morning. We will bring a charter bus and take you to the hotel. Now once our trip will finish in Shanghai, then the flight will depart from Shanghai at 11 and reach London Heathrow at 4:20 p.m. It's a direct flight. And for the third leg, your flight will depart from Italy at 11:45 a.m. There is 2 hours transit time in London, which is fine. And then other flight will depart from London and you will reach Atlanta at 7:20 p.m. And then whatever flight option you are taking, I'll suggest you to always look for these transit times. And especially for international flights, make sure that the transit time is at least 2 hours. Because whenever you come out of the plane, you have to go through securities. Sometimes there could be long queues. And especially if you are changing your airlines, it might be possible that you have to get your new boarding pass at the airport. So that will take also some time. And there could be flight delays and so on. So personally, whenever I travel, I always make sure that the transit time is at least 2 hours. Although 3 or 4 hours would be a better choice. Second thing you need to look for is what equipment they are flying. So as you can see on British Airways, most of the time it's 777, which means that it will be a newer plane fitted with individual LCD panels. You can play movies and play games and so on. Especially if it is an old plane, you may not find individual LCDs. And sometimes it may become very difficult for you to kill your time in the plane. Also, I think it's better, like the flight time for each leg is 8 hours, which is more easier to spend rather than 13 or 14 hours of flight. And especially if you are planning to travel through West Coast, then the flight from Atlanta to San Francisco or Seattle would be 5 or 6 hours. And in that flight, you will not get any meals or snacks. There will be no movies. So it might be more difficult for you to spend time in that domestic flight. So my recommendation would be to go for international flights instead of domestic ones. But you may see there are some other options available. Like if we go for multiple airlines, although the ticket is expensive, but let's take a look here. So it will go from Atlanta to Seattle. There is 2 hours transit time, which is fine. And then Seattle to Beijing, you will arrive at 4:45 p.m. Now this is, if you are taking this option, this is an overnight flight, which means that you will actually reach Beijing on May 9th. And we have made arrangements for your accommodation starting from May 10th. It means for that night, you will be responsible for your accommodation. And I will suggest you that if you are reaching in the evening or at night, then reserve some hotel at Beijing airport. It would not be very expensive, and that's the best way to spend your time, because our hotel is located at 1 or 1.5 hours drive from Beijing. So if you are arriving late in the evening or at midnight, it may be difficult for you to reach from Beijing airport to the hotel. Now for second leg, it's Virgin Atlantic, and for third, it's US Airways. So I will suggest you that whatever flight option you want to choose, print your itinerary and show it to me before you purchase your tickets. Just I would like to make sure that you select the correct flights. Any questions? So you will reach Beijing on May 10th, and then we will check out from Beijing on May 17th. So altogether we will be spending 7 nights in Beijing. And in a minute I will discuss the plan for Beijing. Then on 17th evening we will take the overnight bullet train from Beijing to Xi'an. We will spend 3 days in Xi'an. Then on 21st of May, take the flight from Xi'an to Shanghai and spend 5 days in Shanghai. Then we will take the flight from Shanghai to London and spend 6 days in London. Then our trip will finish in the evening of May 31st, and we are giving you 3 days for free travel. Now for these 3 days you need to decide by your own where you want to travel. The only restriction is that you have to travel in a group of at least 2 persons. For these 3 days you will be responsible for your accommodation and also either the flight ticket or train ticket from London to somewhere in continental Europe. We will provide you a 10 days flexi pass for Europe, but that will only work inside Europe, in continental Europe, not in London. So if you want to take the train from London to Paris, you need to purchase the ticket separately. But I found that the flight option is much more economical. For example, if you go for budget airlines like Ryanair, or there are a couple of more airlines, I will provide you their details. So the ticket from London to, let's say, Amsterdam or Zurich was close to $70. So it's not very expensive. And you have to just purchase one-way ticket. Once you reach Europe, then you can use the flexi pass which we will provide to you. And it will give you 10 days of free travel, unlimited travel, within each country or between different countries. So we will meet again in Paris in the evening of June 4th.